OG Krugster.
And today is episode 132 of the OG podcast.
It sure is.
Almost 123, but now it's 132.
Yeah, a little backwards, but it works.
Yeah, so how are things?
Well, they're okay. Finally in the new home, so we finally got that taken care of. And the only thing we're missing is some furniture that's supposed to be delivered tomorrow. So
Nice.
That's happening, and then we'll pretty much be complete
Nice.
with everything.
Nice. Nice. Well,
recommendation: have your friends help you move. Don't hire a bunch of companies that are worthless.
Yes. Yes. That was a little interesting story, say the least. Yeah. I honestly, like, me personally, I have not had any problems with the people that I hired, but I guess I was lucky, I guess.
Or I just didn't hire the right company. But I mean, either way, we're finally here, and that's what's important.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just glad you had some friends to help you. Unfortunately,
Absolutely.
I was, due to my situation, I can't help. But I was there in spirit. I was lifting.
Yes, you were.
I was lifting stuff with my spirit. But
absolutely,
definitely, man. Good to have you. Good to have you all moved in and settled. It's good to have a podcast, man. It's been like throwing me off not having a podcast. Well, for one, because like I don't know what to play when we don't podcast.
Yeah.
Cause I don't like throwing off my schedule. And then like I found myself just talking like I should be doing a podcast. I'm like, I'm sorry, I have so much information, but there's no podcast. So, y'all just got to deal with me talking a lot.
Nice.
So, yeah, the stream's been going through it lately. Having to hear me talk a lot. So, they're happy you're back.
A lot of venting.
Yes, they're happy you're back.
I'm happy to hear that.
Nice. So that's cool. So, have you been able to do any gaming this week?
Yeah, a little bit. Been playing a little Hearthstone. God.
Whoa!
Nope, not at all.
Whoa!
Been playing some Shadowverse.
Interesting.
But finally finished the new part of the story. Been playing in the recent Grand Prix, so I'm getting back in the groove. Feel good. Also playing El Chronicle. They had a big update where they basically did some as far as like making things more convenient, and they've also updated Guild War, so now there's actually a reason to join the guild, so that's a good thing too. But yeah, that right now is the one mobile RPG that I'm just enjoying the most at the moment. And
Nice.
then I still play Chess Rush every now and then. I haven't been playing as much as I was, due to lots of stuff going on, but I have played a little bit, getting back in the groove there, still getting a few wins and getting my rank up pretty well, so that's a good thing. So yeah, a little bit of gaming.
Nice. Some new videos coming in the works.
I don't know yet. I was able to finally. I didn't really do anything, but my tablet's headset jack I tested it yesterday, and now it's working all of a sudden. So I'm not using it right now, just for consistency's sake. But yeah, apparently I may be making.
Nice.
Right now, I just haven't really been in the mood for it yet because I'm just getting back into just playing again and kind of catching up on news and stuff. So just haven't really been up for making a video yet, but probably in the future, yes. I just don't know how soon.
Nice. Just asking for all your fans out there, that do watch your videos from time to time. That's awesome, man. That's cool. You know what it was? That headphone jack was the bad mojo of the old apartment. That's what it was.
Yeah, I'm glad to be out of that place because I don't like talking bad about things too much, but let's just say there was so many problems that we were just life feels much better now that we're somewhere else. Really
yeah. I mean, as much as I wanted to be your neighbor and all that, I'm glad I didn't move there.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah, as much as I wanted to really be your neighbor, I'm glad I didn't move there at all. So
Yeah.
it would have been nice to be your neighbor, but I wouldn't want to face the drama of
Yeah.
that. That's what's up though, man. My week's been interesting always. Um, I took Monday off for Labor Day because my wife had yo, what up? Oh, my phone just went off. Give me 1 second. For some reason Twitch opened up. There's no reason. Gotta love that. What up though, man? Yeah, so I took Monday off because my wife was off and my kid was off. So I was like, you know what? I'm taking the day off too because you know, it's not every day you get to like spend like the whole day with your family like that. So, you know, like days like that you can't get back, you know. Yeah, of course I could grind the stream and get some followers and some subs and whatnot, but you know, days with your family, like you have to like pick and choose because you know, like those days you're never gonna get back. So I decided to spend time with my wife and daughter on Labor Day, and we did some this kind of thing that's been going on YouTube is called acrylic pouring. I don't know if you've seen it.
No.
I actually like that's that's what Labor Day that's what Labor Day around the world is. Yeah, I feel you there. We accidentally found it going down a rabbit hole. My wife was you know, like looking up stuff for tutorials on certain techniques on doing the t-shirts and stuff like that, and we fell down this rabbit hole of acrylic pouring, and it's kind of crazy. Like you put this acrylic paint, like I'm speaking this in simple terms, right? You put this acrylic paint in a cup or however you want to do it, and then you put like a bunch of paint together. It doesn't separate, it like stays separate as the colors, and then you pour it and then you move it around with your like not the paint, but you move the canvas around with your hand, like you tilt it, like playing, I don't know, some kind of game where you tilt something, and then like it creates this art, and it was really cool. And so me and my wife are like, yo, we should do that. And we decided to do it. It actually came out pretty cool. I'm actually gonna be doing. I actually recorded us doing it. I'm gonna be making a YouTube video of it. Once the paint actually dries, because it actually takes 24 hours to 48 hours for the paint to dry. So once it dries, I'm gonna do like final pictures of what it actually looks like. And then we're gonna make a YouTube video of it. And then been playing. Actually, during the weekend, I did not play. During Labor Day weekend, I did not play any video games. I did not play any mobile games. I just chilled and enjoyed time with the family. Last week I played a lot of, because I know, you know, we didn't do a podcast last week. For those keeping track, played a lot of Call of Duty. A lot of Apex, and yeah, just been playing a lot of Call of Duty off stream and playing Apex on stream. Why? I don't know. It's just gaming's like in this weird funk right now. Like I don't have that game where I just want to just grind and play right now. Like I just in the mood where I could just play anything right now. Like and I just want to stream, but as far as like the game, like I'm pretty much in the mood to just play anything. There's not really like, oh, I can't wait to play this. You know, I'll be talking about that more later because of the new update that came out for Apex. Spoiler alert, I'm disappointed. Okay? Spoiler, disappointed. But I'll rant about that later. I actually have a lot of rants to talk about, actually, with Call of Duty itself. So, it's going to be an interesting day. My week was pretty interesting. What else did I do? Get this, OG. This will tell you how weird the gaming has been for me. Guess what I installed?
What's that?
I installed PUBG.
Wow, look at you.
Yes.
Is it actually working?
Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
for Xbox?
For Xbox, we have life.
Wow.
So I was watching a YouTube video and I fell down a rabbit. This is what happens is like I'll watch a certain amount of videos and then like I'll end up falling asleep, right? Like, and then I'll wake up on this random video. And 9 times out of 10, the random video is pretty interesting, right? So I wake up to a PUBG video. And I see a comment there. I'll one-handed bandit. I'll read it here in a second. And I was like, man. So it basically was talking about how the new update is and how like actual PUBG on the console is actually good. Like it's actually working on the Xbox and all these things. And I was like, what? I was like, what? I was just freaking out. I was like, am I still asleep? Am I dreaming right now? Like, I literally thought I was dreaming. So, the day that I was like, I kind of had like nothing else to do. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it. Sure enough, downloaded it, installed it. It works. Works. I don't know what to say. It like works really well. Not like 100%, but compared to what it used to be, it's like night and day. So I don't know. Been playing a little bit of PUBG off stream. So you know, yeah. It doesn't have a handy kill cam stamp of approval, as someone said yesterday. No, it does not. But I'm in the mode where like I'm playing all my old games. You know, I'm trying to get my money's worth out of these games that I spend money on. Certain games that I'm not like spending time with. You know what I mean? He said
you're not playing them enough.
Right. One-handed bandit said I just got AC3, which is Assassin's Creed 3, and Trill Boss BMX and Stranger Things 3 mobile. Interesting. Awesome. He's also OG Crunkster, the guy that's in the podcast with me. That's what he strictly plays is mobile games. One-handed bandit, that's all he plays. OG is mobile games, and he plays them on Able Gamers. So it's pretty awesome. He was the one I told you. He was the one I told you that plays Street Fighter on mobile. So
nice.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I was actually there. I watched a few matches of him kicking butt with Chun-Li.
There you go, Non-Chun.
Non-Chun. You'll be there at 2. Awesome. So right when I get off here, you'll be over at Able Gamers. Nice. I see what you did there. I see what you did. Oh no, I'm just kidding.
Oh, that transition.
The transition. I see you. But yeah, so I've just been enjoying. I guess that's a good way to say. I've just been enjoying old games that I haven't visited in a while. So it's like until the beta comes out for the new Call of Duty, and until Call of Duty comes out, like I've just been enjoying old games and revisiting old games that I haven't played in a minute, pretty much, off stream. Because I'm pretty sure my audience be like, "What are you doing?" So other than that, I play Apex, which, like I said, I will be discussing that at a later time. But what news do you have for us?
I like to drop, something small before I get into the big stuff, but I have to discuss something actually kind of big in my opinion. It's been really weighing heavy on my mind, and it needs to be discussed. Now, obviously, we're a bit late to this particular news, this particular party, if you will, but obviously with us not doing the podcast for a while, there's going to be a lot of this might be considered old news, but it's still important to discuss.
Right.
The topic that's been weighing heavy on my mind is the big recent GameStop cut. I don't know if you heard about this or not.
Yes, I did.
They removed about 120 people approximately. And the more devastating part, in my opinion, about this is that they cut almost half of the Game Informer staff.
Right. There's practically no Game Informer anymore. Like,
So to put it into perspective, they have approximately editors, and they lost seven of them. That's a huge chunk of people when you only have a small staff to begin with. And what's crazy about it is a few things. One, um, they were blindsided. Nobody saw this coming. It was so much of a surprise that one person found out while they were on
I'm on
vacation.
vacation. Yeah, I saw that, dude. That sucks. And the
That's terrible.
and the thing that I saw, and here's the most one of the alarming things about it too, is apparently what they were saying is like that happens a lot. And I'm like, why is that a good thing? Why would you tell somebody on vacation? Like, why not tell them
Yeah,
after vacation? And here's my here's my thing. Why 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 kill Game Informer? Why not like let Game Informer be its own thing?
agreed.
I mean,
Because
go ahead.
a lot of people don't know this, and I might be slightly off, but my understanding of all the little corporations that GameStop has, Game Informer is the one that's actually probably making them the most money.
Right.
They have like millions of subscribers to the magazine, whether it's the actual physical magazine or it's digital. Either way,
Right.
they are huge in the gaming industry as far as interviews. As a matter of fact, of all the game news outlets, Game Informer really is, in my opinion, one of the best ones out there. You know what I mean? They're very professional. I mean, yes, they joke and they're silly sometimes, like other people, but they don't cross a certain line that a lot of other gaming, you know, people go to. That they're not just very awkward like a lot of them are. Like they're really good,
Yeah.
and it's just I guess it affects me a lot because I've worked at a company where I've been in a division that's very small. I'm not going to go into the full details, but let's just say there were 10 of us.
Mhm.
And at the end of it, there was only two of us.
Wow.
And when you work with only a small group of people, you become family. So I
Right.
know exactly how they feel because when we lost people, it was sad because even though we were just coworkers, we were family. You know, we were there all the time with each other, for each other. We saw each other almost daily. I mean, it's a part of your family because this all you got. This isn't like we have 100 employees, and there was only like a few of us, and then we all got pretty much knocked out. Me being one of the last of the two. You know what I mean? So I completely understand how they're feeling. I really do, and my heart goes out to them.
What One Handed Bandit said, it happens. It happened to Telltale. It's been, and then he also said he wishes he was in this podcast. Yeah, soon, man. Soon we will open it for guests and stuff like that. Also, if you go to Anchor, just so you know, if you go to the Anchor page, if you go to our podcast on the Anchor page, you can leave voice messages, and we can air them on the show, and of course let them be appropriate. But yeah, it's crazy. Well, not only is it close to you because of that reason, it's close to you because you're very close to Game Informer. Game Informer is probably one of your biggest source of news. For you, I've always. What's the URL? Go to my panels and click on podcasts. It'll take you right to the Anchor URL. I believe it's anchor.com or anchor.fm/ the OG podcast. But I'm not 100% sure. But if you just go to the panels, go to podcasts, it'll take you right to the show, to the thing. Yeah, like it's crazy to think like pretty much, I mean, there's gonna be no Game Informer, but I just don't understand, like, it's kind of like what's kind of like going on with Call of Duty, right? In a sense, and I'm not trying to switch over, but it's like people don't realize certain things or how important certain things are in the gaming community. Like, cause Game Informer has been around forever.
Since
Like,
the early '90s.
and you can't just be like, oh, well, yeah, since GameStop is, going down the tubes, let's kill Game Informer.
Yeah.
Well, like my thing is, if I'm the owner of if I'm the owner of GameStop, right? This is what I'm thinking, right? GameStop is not that successful, right?
Not
But
anymore.
not anymore, right? But I have this hidden gem called Game Informer, right? So, first and foremost, if I'm gonna invest in something, I'm gonna know my history of what I'm investing in. I'm just not gonna just throw my money in the screen and anything, right? So I'm thinking in hindsight that this guy knows how important Game Informer is to the gaming industry, right? So what I'm thinking is, okay, we're gonna cut our losses with GameStop, right? And we're gonna put all our money and resources into Game Informer, and we're gonna make it the powerhouse that it needs to be. Because if you really think about it, there's really no like main source of gaming news right now. Everybody's their own thing. There's really nobody taking the charge, right? It's
a
all
lot of people on YouTube, basically. Is
right,
basically what it is.
right, and it's and you could say, well, this one's better than this one, but it's opinion, right? It's opinionated at this point. A lot of people like Game Informer, the other one, quote unquote, like Inside Gaming, which used to be Rooster Teeth, which used to be The No. Well, it still is Rooster Teeth,
Well,
but
it's still Rooster Teeth. It's
right,
just,
it's just not
location, different name. Yeah.
right. It's not The No anymore. But a lot of people like that. A lot of people like the old, some random people. Some people like Phil DeFranco type stuff. I'm not saying Phil DeFranco is in gaming, but there's people that are like Phil DeFranco that are in gaming because they try to copy Phil DeFranco's style. I mean, it is what it is. So, like, there's nobody really to take the charge to say that, this is premium news content. I mean, you even still got Nintendo Power. I mean, they're on their own.
Under.
No, they still do their podcast each week. It's just on the Switch. You have.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking you're talking about the magazine.
No. I'm talking about they still do a video, but it's like a podcast, kind of like what we do.
Okay.
But it's actually more simpler than what we do. They don't even show their picture. They just show a picture of Nintendo magazine, and then that's it, pretty much, or Nintendo Power. Yeah. No, they still do their thing. What up, One Arm Assassin? What's good, bro? How you doing? How is the assassin today? A question I'm gonna ask for you, and you can answer in chat, and I'll read it later. Are you excited for the new Call of Duty? And if so, why? And if not, why? I'm just asking you because you're a codhead like me. So, anyway, like I don't know, man. It's just crazy that, like, GameStop, whoever's the owner of GameStop is, I don't remember his name, is like, just like, yo, we're just gonna let Game Informer just, R.I.P. You know what I mean? And I mean,
yeah.
Go ahead.
I can understand the brick and mortar stores going under because, let's be honest, people are buying digital copies more than physical copies nowadays.
Right.
Used game scene is not what it was, because that's really what GameStop's bread and butter was
Right.
basically selling used games. So the brick and mortar stores are becoming no more, but I still don't think that Game Informer should have had anything to do with the cuts. Now, this is what I think the people at Game Informer should do. I personally believe that they need to branch away from GameStop because,
Agreed.
let's just be honest, eventually the GameStop Corporation is going to get rid of Game Informer completely. I see it coming.
Right.
Informer does not leave GameStop, they're going to be done. So what needs to happen is either A, or someone maybe with some money should basically fund them and get them to do their own thing. Have
they
a new name, new branding, new everything, and then they can hire those other people back, so you're not losing all those employees again, and be back to normal instead of having to do double the work now.
To be honest with you, I don't even think they need a new name. To be honest, I think they just break. I think they just need to break off and just do their own thing. Because remember, they were their own thing before GameStop took them in.
Well, not necessarily. They were owned by Funko, so they were never really their own thing. GameStop bought FuncoLand, which then bought the rights to Game Informer.
Okay. Well, I mean,
yeah, so they were never their own thing, but that was the whole point. Is they need to break away from GameStop and do their own thing,
right?
Maybe with the people who subscribe to them on other platforms, have your own thing, your own Patreon or whatever the case may be, and just get money from the people directly instead of a corporation that's not going to treat you with any dignity or respect.
And to be honest with you, I don't even think they need the money to be successful. I think the name of it alone and it being the right people, because of who it is, the original people, I think they would be successful. I'm not saying that.
Well, the reason they need funding, in my opinion, is because they do a lot of traveling, and that's expensive.
Right.
So there's a reason they need a little money.
But my question is, aren't they already getting a percentage of the YouTube videos that are already being made?
Well, you have to understand, YouTube is not a huge money maker.
Well, not for us, but for them it is.
I'm not even talking about for us. I'm talking about just in general. Like, if you have 1 million subscribers, you're only getting a few hundred off of it, as far as like financially concerned.
Well, no, it depends.
Still a lot.
It depends. It depends on two things, right? One, it depends if you're getting ads on your channel. It depends on the views. So, like that, like. For and that's why I said for somebody like on our caliber, yes, we even if we was to get ads on our channel today, we would not see the growth like somebody like Game Informer. Like, for instance, right, you take somebody like Jenna Marbles, right? She in one day she gets 3.2 million views, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but she gets ads, right? Every time a person clicks the skip the ad button, she gets paid.
Right.
See? So, and depending on how many, you know what I'm saying? Depending on how many ads are there, depending if the person has YouTube Red, if they have YouTube Red, they're getting a portion off of that. So no, Game Informer's getting money. They just they're getting paid. But that's my question is, does all the money go to
I'm
them?
pretty sure GameStop gets a cut.
Or, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think that they're making all the money. I think that GameStop is getting the larger cut, and then Game Informer is getting the rest.
Yeah.
Now, I agree that if they just cut the middleman out, get rid of GameStop, yeah, then of course the YouTube will start meaning something. It'll mean more, because that means they'll be getting all of it, plus whatever they get on the side, like Patreon or whatever they use to get funding. That could also help them to continue to do their travels, to do their interviews and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Views, because you were talking about how many views the other person gets.
Right.
I'm looking at their views right now for a lot of their recent videos, and they're not really in the millions.
Well, yeah, I know they're not in the millions, but they're still getting a good substantial of like what, 30,000, 40,000 to 100,000.
They get anywhere from 13,000 to about maybe 200,000 views.
Right,
back and forth. Yeah.
Right, which is still good. Like
it's still good. Yeah.
Because there's also what is it? I can't think of the word, but it's like a MC or MCPM or MC or I can't think of the actual word, chat. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but they actually get paid per view, and not wrestling, but they actually get paid like per like view, and depending on how high that is, depends on how much they get paid. Like for instance, you can't find me on Anchor. Here, let me. I'll get you the link. Give me a second. All you gotta do is go to my Twitch and then go to the panels and click podcast. It'll take you right to the thing. I'm actually gonna do that right now. Actually, I'm just gonna go to my Anchor site so I don't mess up the thing. And I'm actually gonna take you right to the voicemail thing, so that way you can go right to it. Now, I'm not gonna be able to air what you say right now, but for next week's podcast, we will be able to air your question or so forth and so forth. But please, all I ask is you make it, appropriate. No, nothing, I'm not saying you're going to say this. I'm just saying this for podcast purposes. No religion and no politics, please. You found it? Okay. I need to chat with you on how to start a podcast. Okay. Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of work. Okay? It's a lot of work. I know we kind of make it look easy. If we probably put more work into it, we'd probably be a little bit more huger, but we just love doing what we do and we just have fun with it. What I was gonna say is, but yo, Crew Dog, thank you for that host, man, much appreciated. The next thing that that you have to look into is why, like, why did they cut the editors? Because they didn't cut the actual talents, right? It was just the editors, correct?
Well, wait, what do you mean?
On Game Informer.
They cut. Well, when I say they cut the editors, pretty much there's an editor to some degree.
Well, no. How it normally goes is there's like at least 3 or 4 talents. And then they have the editors. Like that's how most
important people.
Yeah, that's how, like, basically how it goes is basically like if we were famous, like, which we're not famous. Basically, what happens is we would record the show or we would stream the show like this, right? And then I would go and hand it to the editor, and then the editor would basically then chop the show on how it's supposed to be, because that's mainly where the industry is at, and where the industry is going is like a lot of people have their own editors, like all the what you call it, like the Game Informers, the Nose, the PewDiePies, the Nate Shots. Anybody in the gaming, and I won't say gaming industry, but anyone that's in the into the YouTube industry now, that's like somebody, they don't edit their videos anymore. They don't edit their videos themselves anymore. They have either onboard editors or they have editors that they hire themselves, like they outsource editors. So yeah. So that's what
the video editors didn't get cut. No, they're still
there. Okay. So then it was like the talents. So
yeah.
Okay.
Now one on the show does the edits.
Okay.
But he's more of the guy on the booth that talks still.
I don't know what happened to your connection, but your connection went to poop. You was fine, and then
it loves to do that.
Yeah, your connection with the poop. Oh, and Cruda, thank you so much for that host, by the way. Yeah. So that's what's up. Assassin says, I can't wait for For COD, it reminds me of the old school COD. And then One Handed Bandit said, no, because it's not on the Switch. Why does it have to be? Why does that? Oh, well, I guess for your situation. But you realize for COD to work on the Switch, there would have to be a little bit more, advances to the Switch at the moment, for it to work. That's why they never put Black Ops 4 on the Switch at the moment. But I get your point. To be honest with you, I get why you want it on the Switch because of your situation. You kind of need it on the Switch. But me, like, if it was on the Switch, it would have to be polished really good. And right now, for a game, like that, I don't see it coming to the Switch polished. Now, there's something is interesting to talk about, OG, before I go into Call of Duty, because I don't feel like ranting right now at the moment. But guess what is getting leaked onto the Switch? And there was an actual Switch console leak of it.
Okay.
Overwatch.
Oh, nice.
It's interesting. There's no set when or how. It was just there was a leak of the Switch console being like it was like, you know, like certain games get like certain console like graphics on it or whatever. Well, that's basically what Overwatch was. So I don't know. Today is the Nintendo Direct thing. Did you know that?
I think I heard about that. Yes.
Yes. So I will be watching that later. We'll be probably talking about that more next week. Anything you are looking forward to hear from Nintendo Direct? Anything you want to hear?
Honestly, I didn't really know about the Nintendo Direct until yesterday. So I'm not really sure what I want.
You're not sure what you want. That's like saying, hey, I'm taking you to a restaurant you've never been to before, and I'm paying for it. And yeah, you can have whatever you want. And you're like, yeah, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want either, to be honest. I can tell you one thing I want. I want something. They just announced it. Yeah, they did just announce it yesterday, actually, to be honest. Okay. I was behind. Logan's Roadhouse. No. I will eat a hot dog before I eat Logan's Roadhouse. That says something. I'll eat a hot dog before I eat Logan's Roadhouse. I get 100 subs. I'll go to Logan's Roadhouse. No, I'm just kidding. What was I gonna say? Basically, this is one thing I'm looking for. I'm looking for better games for the Nintendo service, the better free games. You say, okay, oh, you sent a message? Nice. I will show it up with a pack of hot dogs. No, not a pack. I said a hot dog. A hot dog. A hot dog. Brings and Kazu comes. Banjo-Kazooie comes out the 15th. I am not a big Banjo-Kazooie fan. I'm not. I've never been a fan of Banjo-Kazooie. I don't know what the hype is. I played Banjo-Kazooie, but I felt like when I was a kid and I played Banjo-Kazooie, and I'm going to get flack for this, I said, you know what? This is a Mario wannabe. Oh, Banjo-Kazooie for Smash. I'm still not a Banjo-Kazooie fan. When Banjo-Kazooie was, I said this on the podcast when it was announced. When Banjo-Kazooie was announced for Smash, I was not excited. I wasn't excited. I wasn't excited for Hero either. I don't know. I'm weird. I'm weird, but that's probably why I don't get paid for my opinion, because I'm weird. But yeah, I don't know. Or were you a Banjo-Kazooie fan, OG?
I never played it.
You never played Banjo? You never played it on the
Nope.
64?
Never played it.
What do I think about the SNK character is going to Smash, being Smash? Well, I don't really play SNK. OG plays SNK, so I'll let OG answer that question.
I think it's a cool idea. I don't know if it's necessary since he's already like in a million fighting games, but I think Terry was the one that was announced from SNK, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was.
Yeah, it was Terry Bogard. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's cool. Not necessary, but cool.
Smash needs a lot more other things to go for. As much as I love Smash, it needs a lot more other like quality of life improvements before worrying about characters, in my opinion. It needs a custom tournament mode. It needs like a better online rank mode. It bothers me that a game that is free, they haven't officially announced the character Terry is just a rumor. Yeah, but I think we said that we felt it was gonna be Terry at one point. It bothers me that a game that is free, which is Brawlhalla, okay, can do custom tournaments and can do and has a better online ranking a ranking system than a game that I'm paying $60 for. It bothers me. Because in my opinion, Smash deserves that. It's $20? No, it's not $20. Brawlhalla, you don't have to pay $20. You can sit there and grind all the characters and get them all for free. You don't have to pay $20. It's a choice to pay $20, but you don't have to pay $20. I know because I've unlocked every character on one system and I've paid it for the other. So it's a choice. It's not to get Smash, you have to pay, right? That's the difference. You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay to get all the characters in Brawlhalla. You can unlock them. It's not hard. You just got to put in the time and the grind. I can't play. You don't gotta play. You don't have to play a year. I did it in like 4 months. But you have to remember though, you don't know, but in Brawlhalla, in one season, I had over 700 wins, 600 wins. So, in ranked, and I was in silver rank. So you just gotta grind, dude. You just gotta grind. It took 5 days to unlock Smash. It took me. I think it took me. I want to say. I don't remember how long it took me to. I think I unlocked Smash in 3 days. But I had my daughter help me though. That doesn't count. I had my daughter help me in Smash. But it also though, it's not hard to unlock characters in Smash. It's really not. You could cheat and unlock them all. So, I mean, that's not really a comparison in a sense. I mean, you still have to beat them, but they're not really that hard. If you know how to play Smash, but they're not hard to get them to trigger to come. You know what I mean? Like once me and my daughter figured it out, like we pretty much unlocked like 60 characters in one day. It was pretty crazy. It might have taken me 3-2. Yeah, I mean, so like when you compare that to Smash, to Brawlhalla, like there's no comparison because there's an easier way to trigger the fighter to challenge the other to get the extra character to challenge you. It's not hard. There's like videos all over the internet to how to do it. But anyway, like my biggest complaint about that is like Smash deserves what Brawlhalla has as far as like the rank and the rank mode and the custom game mode. The fact that I can't do custom game mode like a custom tournament, like it is frustrating. I could do a custom tournament in Brawlhalla all day. I could also have an awesome rank experience in Brawlhalla all day. Now, the things that turn me off of Brawlhalla is not the $20. The thing that turns me off of Brawlhalla is probably one of the things that a lot of the young kids like, but it's the crossovers. I do not like the Rayman crossover. I do not like the quote-unquote Thor crossover. I do not like the Hellboy crossover. And I do not like the WWE crossover. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, and OG, if you did not know, Brawlhalla has done a crossover with WWE.
Wow, okay.
Yes. You can play as The Rock, John Cena, Becky Lynch, and somebody else. But unfortunately, one of them is not The Undertaker, which is Are you stoked about WWE? No, I am not stoked. I am disappointed. So like and that's the thing. Like I think for me to get me back into Smash, for me, and I know I'm not everybody, but for me, I need a good ranking system for Smash, and I need custom tournaments. And that's why, because I know you were trying to do an accessibility tournament for Smash, and that's why I was trying to tell you that it would be easier for you to do it on Brawlhalla, because it's already set up, right? And then like the devs are really, really cool in Brawlhalla. Like you could really set something up nice. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure they could even, since you're complaining about the $20, they would give you the $20 to unlock the characters. You know what I'm saying? It's Kofi Kingston. Yeah, it's Kofi Kingston. Yeah, it is Kofi Kingston. I think you're right. So like, you know what I mean? But you gotta do the legwork. You know what I mean? I know they're cool people because I've met the devs over at Brawlhalla. You know what I mean? Me and OG actually met them, or one of them, over at in PAX. Do you remember? Yeah, PAX.
Yep, I remember.
Yeah, he was not in the best of moods at that point in time, but it's okay. He probably, because he's working all day long. So yeah, like that's my thing. Like I feel like Smash is cool. I like Smash, but there's nothing to keep me playing Smash at this point, and that sucks because that's the only reason why I wanted to play the Switch was for Smash, and so the only one that really plays my Switch right now is my wife. I did ask, but they didn't have any Switch keys. I met them twice. Well, here's the thing you need to ask is not for keys. You need to ask, because they're not gonna have keys, right? They only have keys for the PC, right? Not because of anything like they're like mean about it. It's just that's the only way. Keys only work in PCs, right? There's no way to insert a key, like a code key, for a console, right? We're not there yet, especially for Switch. So you gotta go another way about it and be like, hey, do you guys think you can, throw me the 20? Not like that. You don't want to come at them like in a hood way and be like, yo, can you throw me the 20 on the characters, dog, or what? No, you want to be like, so this is what I'm trying to do. Is there any way you guys would want to support? Maybe throw maybe throw the funds in for all the characters. You gotta come at it a different way, buddy. But you get it, man. You get it. Keep trying. Don't give up. So definitely. Or what you do is you do a donation goal on your Twitch or whatever the case may be, and you have somebody, somebody will throw you the 20 for it if that's what you really want to do. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if you're passionate about Smash, doing it for Smash, do it for Smash. I'm just looking at it from like a more easier way of doing things. I think it would be better if you did it on Brawlhalla, but that's just my opinion. Do how you want to do it. It's your vision. I'm not going to tell you how to do your vision, my friend. There are Switch keys like Steam. Well, okay, on those sites, yes, but I wouldn't trust those. Okay? If you're talking about like CD key and stuff like that, the G2A kind of stuff, yeah, bro. Nah, that's I mean, if that's what you're talking about, I don't know. I would need to do like a donation goal or, ask a friend or something like that. You could get it done, man. Don't let unlocking all the characters be the reason why you don't make an amazing tournament, if that's what really your vision is. You know what I'm saying? No, I got them from publishers and devs. Really interesting. I just don't know where you would put in the code, right? Because I don't know how you would put in a code like that. That's kind of weird. But on I don't know where I was originally going. I was going on, we were talking about consoles, and then we were talking about Overwatch coming to the Switch, and then we were talking about that. So this is what I originally wanted to say. What I originally want to see come from the Switch or the Nintendo Direct, I want to see Nintendo games or Super Nintendo games come on the Nintendo Online service. I need something, because right now I'm not getting my money's worth. Right now, in my opinion, the free games are just not worth it. But then again, I could argue that a lot of the free games that I get on Xbox each month, I don't play either, and a lot of the free games that I get on PlayStation, I don't play either. So, I guess. I mean, there's not really much to argue there, other than I can say this, is that there's games that I want to play for Super Nintendo. So the game I'm looking for them to drop for free is Super Mario World. I want to play that so bad. It's not necessarily me by myself. I want to play with my wife. Like, I'm over the Super Mario U2 or whatever that game's called. My wife wants to keep like getting the whatever coins, but I'm over that game. Like, I'm over it. Like, I need to play Super Mario World. You said
So.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. No, I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was just breathing.
Okay. So I would say that yes, having Super Nintendo games be ported over to the Switch would be fantastic. However, if they do that, I don't think, and I could be wrong, but I don't think they'll put Super Mario World on there, only because it would take away from the SNES Classic.
But
and I could be wrong, but I mean, if you already have a device that has certain games that you're trying to still make money off of, I don't think you're going to do it right away. Now, they may do it later on, because you know how they release certain games over a period of time.
Yeah.
So it may eventually come out, but what I think if they do it and it first launches, I don't think they're going to do that game right off the bat.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. The only reason why I say that is because you have the Nintendo Classic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which had Mario. Does it have the Mario games on it, like the original Marios?
I don't think they don't have all of them. Let's double check. I'll look right now. Let me look.
Yeah, because He said, rumor is that Super NES games are coming. Yeah, I know it's rumored, but that's the one thing I want to hear. I want to hear about from Switch or the Nintendo Direct. There's really no other like other games I'm like really excited for the Switch. Right now, it's mainly for my wife. She wants to play Donkey Kong Country, the new Donkey Kong Country, but she says $60 is too much for a game. But I'm trying to explain to her this is normal. $60 is normal. She feels it's too much, but I say it's normal. I might just buy it for her birthday, because her birthday is September 19th.
Nice.
So I might just buy it for her birthday. She really wants a Sublimation. Go ahead.
The original Mario Brothers is on there. Just
okay.
The original.
Just the original. Okay.
Yeah.
Because, so this is what's on the Nintendo service right now, right? You have Super Mario, you have Super Mario 2, you have Super Mario 3, and then you have Super Mario Lost Worlds. That's... Okay. Yeah.
Oh, then I guess they might do it then. Were those released like right when the Nintendo's when they first did the ports, or did they come out later?
They came out right when the Nintendo Switch dropped with the service.
Okay. Then I guess it could happen then.
Yeah. That's the only reason why I argue that, because you're right. In a business standpoint, that would suck. But I'm like, well, they already have the other Mario games, and those are like really the only games that are really worth playing on there. Well, that and Techno Bowl's on there.
Yeah, Techno Bowl's a big deal.
He said it's always on sale on Amazon. Yeah, but I don't like buying games on Amazon. I had a bad experience. The only bad experience I had was buying a game on Amazon. I had a very bad experience buying a game on Amazon, and I can explain what happened after I read this. He said, actually, most games hit a sale before long, so $60 is like the initial price, and hike to avoid selling. Then the sale is the way to go. Yeah, I know, but Nintendo games hardly ever go on sale though. Like, let's be real. Like, when it comes to Walmart and stuff like that, because that's where my wife go. Like Nintendo games are hardly ever on sale at Walmart. Okay, but so let me explain what happened to me on Amazon. So it was, which Call of Duty was it? Oh, it was World War II. I pre-ordered World War II on Amazon, right? So, and I know this people say, well, that's not the same, but I'm like this. First impression is everything, especially when it comes to gaming. So I go ahead and pre-order World War II on Amazon, right? Well, first and foremost, they didn't take out the money then. They wanted to take the money out like at the end, like when the game dropped, which was at that time was 3 months away, so like November. And it, a lot of people are like, oh man, that's dope. Me, I'm like, that's not dope. I'd rather you take out the money now when I have it instead of taking it out later, because something might happen, life happens. I mean, I have the money by the time November rolls around. You know what I'm saying? And then, so it's like this big old thing. And then which I still had the money or whatever, thankfully, thank God. I didn't get to play the beta right away. Like, I didn't get my code right away. Like, I didn't get to download it right away. So it was a very frustrating situation. And so, even though like that's a different situation than from what I need from Amazon right now when it comes to Donkey Kong Country for the Switch, yeah, I just made it a point that I'm never buying games from Amazon. Like that. I'll buy other stuff from Amazon. I use Amazon like all the time. I use Amazon Prime all the time. In fact, that's where I'm getting my new phone cases from. Is from Amazon. So, yeah. But other than that, I don't buy games from Amazon. Go ahead.
Y'all were kind of talking about, is $60 worth buying certain games? That actually brings up a question that a friend of mine was just asking me yesterday, actually. My friend asked me, is buying the new port for Link's Awakening for the Nintendo Switch worth $60? And the reason that he was questioning it is because this is a game that used to be on Game Boy.
Right.
Would you pay $60 for a game that was a Game Boy title? If you wanted my opinion. Now, the way that I said it was, you have to understand that there's a big graphical difference between the Nintendo Switch and the Game Boy. Right.
Agreed.
So that's why it's called remastered. So it's going to look completely different you saw back in the day.
Right.
Plus, it's a Legend of Zelda title. Of course, it's going to be worth at least $60.
Exactly. Not only that, like you said, it's not a direct port, and if I'm correct, I could be wrong, but I think they said it wasn't going to be like the original game. They were going to add some stuff to it, like the dungeons were going to be different, or something about the dungeons were always changing, something like that. To that retrospect. So that alone, like, you're buying a new game, right? It's not the same game you're playing. So, to me, in that argument, and I think I know who you're talking about.
Okay.
You're talking about the one, our friend that starts with a P, or no?
No, not him.
Oh, okay.
That would have been a good guess, but not him.
No, okay. Shout outs to P. What up, man? Yeah, like, I don't know, like, to me, I think that it's worth it, Now, if it was a direct port, then no. You know what I mean? If it was like a direct port, then no. But a lot of people don't realize that Mario Kart 8 is a direct port from the Mario Kart that was on Wii U. So,
yeah.
And I paid $60, but I didn't have Mario Kart. I didn't have a Wii U, and I didn't have Mario Kart. In fact, a lot of the games that are on the Switch right now were direct ports from the Wii U because nobody bought the Wii U 2 or the Wii U. So, You know what I mean? But no, I don't think the new Legend or the whatever, the Zelda, I don't think it's a direct port. So I think it deserves $60.
Agreed.
I think so. I don't think $60 is a bad price, to be honest. I really don't.
Yeah, it's really not. I mean, games have been selling for $60 for a long time. Now, if it was selling for $80, I might question it, but $60 seems to be a good standard.
Right. Like, okay, like when the PlayStation first dropped and all that stuff, and like we first saw the $60, thing. Yeah, I was a little crazy, but that was like
a long time ago.
That's like gas prices not being 98 cents, anymore, and you having to pay two. Yeah, it sucked, but it didn't matter. Like, guess what? You're gonna have to pay. There's nothing you can do about it. Gas prices is $2, a dollar a gallon now, whatever. Like, whoop-de freaking do. You're just gonna have to deal with it. It's the same thing. Now, like you said, like $70. $80, that pre-order bundle, yeah. Abomination said this. He says, if Game Boy games were direct ports anywhere with those 8-bit graphics, I would expect it to be free. Yo, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. You ain't lying, man. Or to be Minecraft. Oh, dun. Sorry. I have to burn Minecraft. I don't get Minecraft, dude. I don't get it. And everybody's quitting Fortnite to play Minecraft, and I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't. There's so many other better games to play other than, if you don't want to play Fortnite, there's so many other games to play and I'm not talking about like people in my community. I'm talking like the mainstream stream community, what people would say the masses. I just, cause Minecraft is awesome. Please show me where it's awesome, okay? I don't see it, okay? My daughter is like begging me to buy Minecraft, but not for her. She's like, Daddy, you need to stream Minecraft. Daddy, you would get all the subs if you stream Minecraft. I said, baby, it doesn't work like that. And I said, I ain't trying to get subs like that. I'm trying to get people to sub to me because of me, not because I'm playing a certain game. You know what I mean? You know, so she's like, but Dad, Minecraft's the game. And I'm like, no, it's not the game. And she's like, but this person's playing Minecraft and this person's got this video on Minecraft. Daddy, you would be amazing. I'm like, baby, I don't want to sit and play with virtual Legos all day long. Like, these are conversations I have with my daughter.
That's just funny. I love it.
It's crazy. Like, and like the other day, I the stream saw this. She sent me a note. She stuck a note on my coffee. She's like, Daddy, this is what the note. She said, Daddy, hope you have a good stream and you get a lot of subs.
Nice.
I was like, yeah, that's awesome. Cause Minecraft is awesome. Points to the internet. The internet is not wrong. I mean, the internet is not always right. The internet is wrong half the time. Anyone who plays Minecraft will get people jumping in chat like build. And yeah, see, I would get so roasted. I don't know how to build nothing. And I don't even know how these people know how to build half the crap in Minecraft. I'm like, oh my god. And then World of Warcraft is making a comeback. World of Warcraft Classic. Yes.
Like the classic version. Yeah,
yes.
It's a huge thing.
Yes. I don't get it. I had a friend.
Well,
go ahead.
World of Warcraft was huge when it first dropped. So what's happening is it's sort of one of those things where you're getting kind of that retro feeling, that whole backwards thing that you hate.
Yeah. I hate.
I think that's ultimately why you don't like it, is because you hate it when gaming goes backward.
Because you know what? Because then it always happens. People go backwards and then they complain that it's nothing new. Well, you went backwards. What do you expect?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
although I haven't heard too many complaints about, World of Warcraft going back to its original roots,
No,
and
just
I
the
think the
servers.
reason that people love it is they're doing stuff with it. So it's like they're having contests to see who can get to level 50 the fastest or whatever the case may be. Like, they're doing little incentives to kind of hype it up. It is really successful right now. I don't know for how long.
I don't either, but I had a friend, I'm not going to put him on blast because I'm not trying to say it like in a negative way, but I had a friend that's never played World of Warcraft before. I actually throw money at the screen for 1 month to try World of War Classic. I'm like, wow. Like, because that's $15, chat. To me, I mean, $15 to me is like a lot of money, like when it comes to gaming, because I could put that somewhere else, especially right now because subs are 50% off. It's September, so that's like, you know what I'm saying, that's a lot of subs to somebody, a lot of gifted subs. Yeah, isn't it $15? Yeah, it's 15. I think it's $15 a month. I think so. Yeah, it's like, do what you want to WoW, but with really old graphics, and I don't even think I can. You know what's funny? I don't even think I can run WoW. I've never played WoW. Ever. I played it maybe one time, 5 minutes. Never played it, and I just don't. And I like RPGs, don't get me wrong. I like RPGs, I like MMOs. But to me, MMOs, for my situation, MMOs feel better in my hands. Like, in a controller sense, than it does in a mouse and keyboard. And I understand that's where it originated from, and I understand that's the origin of MMOs, and I get it, and I respect it. But for me, it has to be controller. Speaking of RPG, I saw our buddy comment saying that he's doing an table RPG and wants us to get together. His birthday was yesterday. Mr. Burnden, as my wife calls him. Hello?
Yeah, I wasn't going to bring that up, but yeah, I basically wished him a happy birthday, and he responded saying that he's actually into tabletop RPGs and wants us to kind of do a thing.
Yeah, I only reason why I saw my name and I was like, okay, well, I would give it a shot just because it's with, you guys. I would give it a shot. Not necessarily my thing, but hey, I give it a shot. Why not? They don't have control.
What happened?
They don't have controller support. They do. They do. I believe they do. When I first played WoW, they did not have controller support. But then again, like when I first played WoW, you can even hook your controller up to your PC. I would
like to believe they should be able to have support by now.
Yeah, but again, I'm weird. Like, I don't like paying $15 a month to play a game. If I was to play, like, look at it like this. If I had the money to pay $15 a month to play any MMO, you know what MMO that would be? It would not be World of War. It'd be Final Fantasy 14.
Me too. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That I would, and guess what? It's on PC, it's on PlayStation, and it's cross-play, and I have my controller. So, and it's got amazing graphics, amazing story, amazing everything. I actually really do enjoy Final Fantasy 14 online. I just don't play it because I don't have that kind of money to throw $15 a month, and then we'll be like, oh, I didn't play it for a month, and so I, just threw $15 out the window. So, I've been playing Call of Duty for 6 months, so I just threw 6 months away of $15 out the window. Oh, it's okay, because I'm doing good. Like, I don't got it like that, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that it's a subscription game. Yeah, it's a subscription game.
It's not free to play.
It's not. Yeah,
World of Warcraft is not.
No, yeah.
Neither one of them are free to play.
Neither one of them are free to play. So I just
saying that it's not worth it.
No,
both games.
Yeah,
are 100% worth paying the $15 a month for.
Right,
this
agreed.
Isn't your cheap, crazy, free to play. But yeah, this is actual legit content that you're getting for your $15.
Yeah, that's where I see like VR could like take off if they did like some really good MMO. Like in the future, if they did some really good MMO that was like subscription based to get people sucked in, that'd be sick. Like for the VR.
I mean, it's totally doable. I mean, anime's already made a thing. Sword Art Online, perfect example.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I thought it was pay once and play the game forever. No. No. World of Warcraft is pay subscription. I know. Yeah. Yep. That's a lot of freaking money, chat, when you are not like, substantially well in the content creator space. Now, if I was like if I was financially well in the content creator space, I might, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, hey, and if I knew that let's put it like this. Even if I wasn't like financially stable in the creator space, but I knew it's what my audience wanted, and I enjoyed the game, and it was fun to me, and it was what my audience enjoyed watching me do, I would do it. But it's not something that appeals to me in that way, and I know my audience is not down to watch it. My audience loves to watch me die in first-person shooters and fall off cliffs and do handy moments, and yeah, that's what my audience is. So COD it is. COD it is.
But this is actually a good segue to another topic that I found in specifically.
Nice.
And of course, it's about my favorite type of subject: lawsuits.
Because he's really a He's really a lawyer for Nintendo. He's the one that gave them the information so Nintendo could sue us for 10 cents.
Oh, Andy, what would I do without you?
Not get sued?
Probably. So, Blizzard is suing a Chinese mobile game company called Cena Games, not John Cena, but Cena Games, for copyright infringement.
Wait, slow down. Rewind that. What did you say?
Blizzard is suing a Chinese mobile game company called Cena Games. Not John Cena.
You can't see me. You can't see me.
Can't see me. Can't do it. But yeah, they're suing a company called Cena Games for copyright infringement. Basically, what's happened is the lawsuit claims that this other game's free-to-play title called Glorious Saga is basically a rip-off of World of Warcraft. The developer made several complaints, basically saying that they use Warcraft character names like Gul'dan, Jane Proudmoore, which are names that are well-known amongst the WoW community. Lawyers representing Blizzard also pointed out similarities between the mobile icon for Glorious Saga and WoW's Battle of Azeroth expansion cover. So basically, they're ripping off World of Warcraft hardcore in this game that they made. And as a result, Blizzard is asking for $150,000 for each piece of work on top of attorney fees.
They probably don't even have that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, so here's my problem with this lawsuit. Okay. How long has this game been out? This free game.
You're talking about the free game?
The Cena game.
I have no idea how long this game has been out.
Okay, so here's my problem, right? And Cena, if y'all are listening to me, which you're probably not, because I don't get paid for my opinion. Maybe one day I will. Why is all of a sudden Activision, Blizzard, whatever you want to call, coming at you now? You know what I mean? You want to know why they're coming at you now? Because somehow World of Warcraft Classic blew up. So now that it blew up, it gives the other game more leverage, because they could be like, oh, guess what? You don't want to pay $15 a month? You can go play our game for free. And it's kind of like, just like, wow. So now because WoW's back on the radar, they're like, oh, now we got to take this group out. Now we can sue them for copyright infringement. Like, I have a problem with that. Like,
it's hard to speculate because, again, I don't know how long this other game, Glorious World, has been out, so I don't know.
Right.
But in other kind of funny news here, following the lawsuit filing, as of August 29th, the game Glorious Saga has been closed down.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, a statement was released on the game's Facebook page confirming the closure of the title server. Cena Games says, for irresistible reasons, we're behind the shutdown. That's exactly the quotation from. They said irresistible reasons.
I think that's the wrong word. I mean, for them. Somebody
that is the wrong word.
You need to hire a new PR, Cena. Like, cause maybe they thought you was John Cena or something. Maybe they got confused, cause that's the wrong word. Irresistible. That means you really want to close down. Okay. Yeah. Bad PR moment.
Though it's not clear what that means. That says there was no direct mention of the lawsuit in connection with the closure, so we don't know if they were already going to be closing down or if the lawsuit's the cause of it. There's no 100% connection.
Of course not, because it's irresistible.
The only reason that irresistible would make sense is if someone paid them a lot of money, be like, hey, y'all should just show. It'll be irresistible. It's a lot of money.
So wait, but who would pay them the money? So wait, so it's like, look, we'll either give you money to stop your game, or we'll take money away from you that you don't have.
Well, I don't think it was Blizzard that gave them the money.
Well, how do we know that? Do we know that, or we don't? Who else we give them?
But why would you pay money for something you feel is owed to you? I would like to believe Blizzard's.
Why would you wait so long for a copyright infringement lawsuit?
Well, let me do some research. Let me see when this game came out. Let me look this up.
Yeah. We need to know when this game was out, and we need to know when this was filed. I need facts, okay? Because I'm thinking weird, right? I'm thinking if World of Warcraft Classic would have never blew up, and it would have never been the thing that it's been, and Tim the Tatman wasn't the great warlock of all warlocks of World of Warcraft Classics. I'm just having fun here. It's not truth. I feel like this lawsuit would even never happened. It was released before November last year, and looks like Blizzard is making a mobile game similar to WoW. Interesting. That's what Abomination put in the chat. So, I still think that if World of Warcraft,
it's called WoW.
Wow, if WoW wouldn't have been WoW, if it wouldn't have been WoW Classic, and if it wouldn't have blown up, I feel like we wouldn't have this lawsuit on our hands. I feel like they would have just let Cena Games just do their thing. Because really, like, honestly, in the gaming space, as far as like somebody major in the gaming industry that's like really known, who was playing WoW at that time? Nobody. But now you have Tim the Tatman playing WoW. You got Shroud playing WoW. You got, all these other players playing WoW. And then you got the other half playing Minecraft. So now you're going to see Minecraft coming up with their lawsuits with people suing, them for, Minecraft lookalikes. Because there's a bunch of Minecraft lookalikes out there, best believe. But I don't know. I could be wrong, But again, it's just my opinion. I feel like if WoW wouldn't have been Classic wouldn't have been as big as it is right now, we wouldn't have a lawsuit. And Abomination said, yeah, it's been at least 9 months since the game was released, and now the lawsuit is coming out. Now, I can counter with what I said, considering with the information of what you said. I can counter my own hypothesis and say, well, it does take a long time for a lawsuit to process.
Right. They could have probably started proceedings months ago, and it's now finally hitting ahead.
Right. So, considering that you say it like that, 9 months, that might seem a little more plausible that, that they didn't wait until the World or the WoW Classic was a big thing. Now, if it would have been like 2 or 3 years, if it would have been 2 or 3 years, then maybe. Then I'd have been like, okay, my hypothesis seems a little bit more as factual. But now, with the information that you gave me, now I can counter my hypothesis with actual fact that it probably took them a long time, or probably took them that much of a length to get the process of the lawsuit. See, that's why I needed to know the facts. Because, now that just blows my hypothesis out of the water. But that's still crazy though, man. That's interesting to say the least.
And I wasn't able to find the release date either. I've been searching this entire time, and nothing that was given the actual date that it started.
Yeah, Abomination, I think said November. I think he said November.
So, okay, so it's been almost a year then.
Almost.
But it's a fairly new game, so yeah.
Yeah. Did you play my... No. I won't be playing the message. I won't be doing the message until... I won't get the message until after after I won't be playing the message until next podcast. I don't even think I can get the message right now. I could see if I can get the message right now, but OG wouldn't be able to hear it though. I can see if it came up though. Let me see. I can check real quick while we're on other topics. That's interesting though. Yeah, that's really interesting. Well, I don't know. So, speaking of legalizations and all this mumbo jumbo, I guess I can go into my Call of Duty rant a little bit while I'm looking this up, because I really don't need to look up information while I'm doing this. I can actually talk about this while I'm doing what I'm doing. So, for those that don't know, this happened last week, but again, we didn't have a podcast last week, so I need to rant on this now. Actually, it's not towards them. It's towards the Call of Duty franchise. For those that don't know, 100 Thieves will not be in Call of Duty next year, simply because they don't have the money to pay the 37. Well, they can get the money, but like it's too much of a risk for them to put up $37 million and then have to pay for the other stuff for the franchising and all that for them to be substantially well. So they didn't even have a spot and all this, and you're like, well, Handy, you're not a 100 Thieves fan. Why does this matter to you? Because you have one of the top respected people in the Call of Duty community saying that they're not participating in the league. That's like saying the Dallas Cowboys are not going to be in the NFL next year. Like at all. Like no new team name, no nothing. It's like saying the Dallas Cowboys are no more. And I say that to say this because you'd be like, well, the Dallas Cowboys have been around forever. And I say that to say this because a lot of the well-known Call of Duty brands are not going to be in Call of Duty this year. And I don't know what Activision was thinking. Maybe they were too busy worrying about the World of Warcraft lawsuit. But why are you going to take away the pillars and the brands that people know in the Call of Duty industry for this new franchising thing? You would want your well-known teams, even if they're not top teams, you want your well-branded teams like your 100 Thieves, your LGs, your EGs, your Envies. You want these teams, your Splices, you want these teams to be substantial. You want these teams to be in your new league. Why? Because it's what the audience is used to. It's what the audience knows. It's familiar. If you take these teams away, there's nobody, there's no reason, like there's no team to root for. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy to me that they thought this was going to be a good idea, and to say the least. Now, I said this on my stream a while back when we didn't have a podcast, that I feel like no Tom Brady. Yeah, no Tom Brady. Like no Patriots, no, right. So it's like, this is what I said. This is what they should have done. Because last year was the last Call of Duty champs, right? So in my opinion, everybody that was like at least in the top 10, that made at least a top 10 showing in the last Call of Duty champs, they should have at least got a free slot in the Call of Duty franchise. Right? Or maybe like half off on the buy-in or something. They should have got some kind of discount. There's no reason why a team that made second place in Call of Duty champs cannot be in the Call of Duty World League. That makes no sense to me. That's like saying, oh, who was the second who won second place? Well, not second place, but who was the runner up in last year's Super Bowl? Do we know? Do we know who was? Do you know who it was? OG or no? I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember.
Okay, hold on. Let me Google this real quick. Okay, Google. Who lost last year's Super Bowl? Okay, so it was the Eagles, right? So it's like saying, okay, the NFL is going to turn into the XFL, right? Let's just pretend that Vince McMahon is smart and he's supposedly he's supposed to be creating the XFL anyway. But let's just say that it takes over the NFL, right? And they get rid of, let's just pretend they get rid of both teams. How are you going to get rid of first of all, get rid of the team that, like, was runner-up in the Super Bowl last year, and then get rid of the team that was because that won the Super Bowl last year, not because they don't deserve to, not because they're getting kicked out, but because you made the paywall too high. $36 million. Like, I get it, but last time I checked, like, Call of Duty, as much as I love Call of Duty and I love Call of Duty esports, it's my football. I can sit there and watch it all day long. Ask my wife. I've done it. It's not as big as League of Legends. It's not as big as CSGO. It doesn't bring that kind of money. It doesn't even bring that kind of viewers. But so instead of, like, keeping the viewership that they have and keeping the teams that they know, let's just kill why people watch Call of Duty in the first place. And let's kill. We have to remember, like, 100 Thieves is a startup company, and I'm using 100 Thieves as an example because a lot of teams are not joining this year. A lot of teams. And now that Nadeshot's not participating, a lot of other teams are not participating. Newsflash, the Texas market is still open. Nobody has technically bought Houston yet in the COD spot. In the Overwatch spot, yes, but not in the Call of Duty spot. Nobody's bought in Houston. And Envy's bought in Dallas. Okay, Envy has Dallas, but like 37 million. 37 million. COD. What you call it? Players weren't even making close to 37 million. And so it's like, I just don't understand. And I said this last week on my stream, my personal stream. How are you gonna, like, try to build on top of the foundation that was built for you, but yet take away the pillars that built your foundation to begin with? It's like saying to the teams, yo, thank you for getting Call of Duty this far. Thank you Optic Gaming. Thank you LG. Thank you all these other teams that made Call of Duty great and made people want to watch Call of Duty. But yeah, we're gonna make it where you guys can't afford to join our new league. That's supposed to be revolutionary to Call of Duty. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still excited for Call of Duty, but I'm sitting here like, who do I root for now? Because with Optic being Optics last year, because they got bought out by another, situation, whatever the case may be, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna root for 100 Thieves then, right? Because, that's called, that's pretty much Optic, I'm rooting for 100 Thieves. No, well, 100 Thieves is not doing it because for not only, okay, so let me ask you something, OG. Let me ask you something. If you paid $37 million to invest in a league, wouldn't you want to be able to pick your own name?
Would be nice.
Okay, did you know that when you pay $37 million to join the league, you don't even get to pick your name?
That's pretty terrible, actually.
So basically, and this is what, basically the names that built the Call of Duty brand, the team names that built the brand, like 100 Thieves and Optic Gaming and FaZe, they don't even get just to say hypothetically, say they all put up the money to play next to the 37 million. They are not allowed to use those names. They're not allowed to use the team. I can understand maybe new teams that never been in the league before, but if you are already a substantial name in the Call of Duty community and you have already won championships upon championships upon championships, shouldn't you be allowed to use that name that people know you as?
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense not to.
Not only can you not use your names, you can't use your original colors, apparently.
That's pretty dumb too.
That's dumb. It's so stupid. It's like they're shooting themselves in the foot before it's even out of the gate.
Like GameStop, who knows?
I was like, again, I'm excited for Call of Duty, but I'm worried about the esports part of it. And then, here's the more scary part. The makers of Call of Duty Modern Warfare say this in an article. Are you ready? Are you ready for this headline?
Sure.
Esports has ruined the fun for Call of Duty.
Has it?
So basically, what they're saying, we're making our game for fun. We're not trying to balance our game to be all crazy for like esports. But yeah, this is going to be the next game that's going to be played in the next title.
Well, already then.
Yeah, so like I'm like me mentally, I'm like all confused. So it's like, so what does that mean in the esports space? You know what I mean? Like, again, I'm excited for Call of Duty. I can't wait for the beta to come out. But this is concerning because a lot of people, well, me, I don't know a lot of people in my community, in my chat right now, but a lot of people watch competitive Call of Duty. And if you take away the viewership, you don't have competitive Call of Duty, then, So they're saying esports ruined or created toxic players. Well, they said that basically it's like this. The article breaks down as like, because most of the time, like they have to worry about balancing each and every gun to the competitive standard. So, basically most of the weapons are not they're not balanced for the average consumer, right? For the average player. Most weapons nowadays are balanced for the competitive play, right? So it's not for the average player to really have fun. It's so that that's what they're saying. How Black Ops 4 was balanced. So kind of sounds like there were. Thank you, Abomination. That's what it sounded like to me. It sounded like Modern Warfare said, "Yo, we're not really participating in. We'll let you play our game for esports, but we're not participating." Like that. It threw me for a loop, and I'm like, "But wait a minute. Like, you have the Call of Duty world. Like, you have this whole thing coming up." For this whole, like, whatever you call it, CDL, which stands for Commercial Driver's License, in my opinion. You can't, like, did nobody not think of the initials there for a second? Like, you can't call it CDL, Commercial Driver's License. That's the first thing I thought of when I heard CDL. So
you don't want the state suing you or the government.
Right, exactly.
WWF got sued. Just keep that in mind.
I mean, it's crazy. So, like, I don't know. It seems a little weird for me. Go ahead.
The way that I'm seeing it right now is, and I'm gonna kind of tie this into something too, but a lot of these developers, from the way they're sounding, are not really trying to make the competitive scene. They're just trying to make their games for the more casual scene because they want more people to play in general. So when things get escalated to esports, that means the developer has to put in more work to try to balance things that they normally wouldn't have to.
All right.
So now they're having to do more work than they want to. And then CBS, which is a regular cable station, I found out yesterday did a really, really good documentary on the esports.
Interesting.
And one of the people high up there even stated that, in all honesty, the developers control esports. Is basically the way that he put it. What they do determines how esports work. So if they don't want to put effort into esports, you're not going to get much balance.
Right. Well, okay, and I agree with you. I agree with you 100%, but here's my argument to that.
Mm-hmm.
Then why announce that game to be what's going to be played in competitive Call of Duty? If that's how you really feel.
Right.
As a developer, if that's how you really feel. Like, because it bothers me. It bothers me not only as a viewer, okay, because it seems like a lot of things are not on the same page, okay? First and foremost, you have Activision or Activision or whoever, the developers are not on the same page with the COD community as far as when it comes to esports, because Activision and Blizzard, okay, Blizzard, you got to remember, Blizzard's what made the Overwatch League, correct? The Overwatch League was successful because the Overwatch League there was no Overwatch really competitive scene, right? That's why it was successful. But you already have a Call of Duty competitive scene that already has its own, like, not heritage, but, what's the word? Like its own, like
its own history, basically.
Its own habitat, its own thing. Why disrupt that? Okay, so already they're not on the same page right there, right? Because they're not in tune with that. They don't care about the heritage of Call of Duty and the teams that made Call of. Now, I'm not saying the players, but the names, the Optic Gamings, the phases, they don't care what made Call of Duty great. You see what I'm saying? And so that already they're not on the same page with, and then they're not on the same page with the whole fact that Activision we're gonna do this game for esports, but then we're gonna release something that says esports ruined Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's a double standard is what it is. Now, the reason that they're even mentioning esports to begin with is because they know that esports is a huge moneymaker right now. So they're being greedy in the point to where, one, they want to make all their money off of the cap. Two, they also want to make all the money for the competitive scene, and they can't balance both. They can't do it. So when things don't go right in one section, being esports, they're now the scapegoat. They're the ones now being blamed, even though the developers are the ones that control the game and how things are balanced. You can't blame esports. Esports can only do so much.
Right.
I mean, they don't control your game physically. That's on the developer. So, yeah.
In my opinion, and I could be wrong, esports is what keeps certain games alive. It gives certain games longevity. I guarantee you, if Black Ops 4 was not in Call of Duty, like the way that it was, Black Ops 4 would not be where it is right now. Like, I'm not saying it's the top best game, right? But it would be more further in the ground than what it is, except for the Blackout mode. You know what I mean? Oh, and that's another thing I want to go into. There's been leaks. BR mode is there's been leaks from this guy on Twitter apparently. I haven't seen physical. I mean, he has links, but I didn't check them out. Apparently there will be a BR mode 100% confirmed in Modern Warfare, even though they said that they're They weren't working on it. They had it already made in the game. They were thinking about taking it out, but they will be putting it in the game. So clans are coming back. Clan wars are coming back. So you're going to be having red game tags all over again. So that's pretty dope. That's pretty cool. But again, like, I don't know, like, so I don't know. I'm excited for this new Call of Duty, but I'm a little worried at the same time because, again, Modern Warfare seems like let's be real. Modern Warfare seems like it's gonna be a great game, a really good game, but with all this drama with the esports situation, especially with the new league and everything, and these new rules and teams not signing up, I think with all the drama that this game's gonna get overlooked. And people are going to be like, well, this is the day when Call of Duty changed forever. And even though the game didn't change, but the actual, the atmosphere, the vibe of Call of Duty changed. And I think the game's going to get a lot of flack for it when it's not even the game's fault.
Yep.
It's going to be a different type of flack. We're used to the negative Call of Duty flack from people that, like, hate on Call of Duty when the game changes or whatever that case from the actual game. But we've never seen this kind of flack before. We've never seen when people don't know who to root for, or when all the major teams are gone. Like, imagine if you was to watch NFL with no Patriots and no Chicago Bears, no Green Bay Packers, no Dallas Cowboys. Who else is a major, like, well-known team? Atlanta Falcons. You know what I'm saying? New Orleans Saints. Who would you go for? You know what I'm saying? and that's the thing that bothers me, is this is what you're trying to create. You're trying to create an NFL type atmosphere in a gaming space, but yet you take away all the well-known names. I can understand the players. It is what it is. Players come and go, right? But you take all the well-known teams. Well, what do you do? How do you build off that? Maybe I'm wrong, and somebody have to do some history. But I think before the NFL was actually a franchise, I don't think they got rid of the main teams that people know. I think Green Bay Packers were Green Bay Packers before they were, well, I don't think they were Green Bay, but I think they were the Packers before they were Green Bay Packers. When it was the AFL, when it was the, what was it? What was the NFL before it was the NFL? I don't remember what it was.
I thought it was the AFL, the American Football League.
Was it AFL? It was AFL and something else. And something else, right? They had teams, right? And then those teams, if I could be wrong, but nobody is in the chat in here to correct me. But I believe when it became the NFL, these certain teams got grandfathered in, and then they got franchised. I could be wrong.
I know some of the team names got switched to different cities, but yeah, they were all franchised in, as my understanding.
They were all franchised in. So, why are we not doing that in Call of Duty, since that's what we're trying to do in Call of Duty, is make it like the football, the baseball, the basketball of esports, of video games, of Call of Duty. Like, I just don't understand where the mark was missed. It can't be money because you've already putting a $37 million price tag on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand where the person in the boardroom was like, yo, this makes perfect sense. Let's not get these other teams in here. Let's make them pay a hefty price. And yo, if they can't pay to play, yo, bye Felicia. I don't care what you've done for the sport. I don't care. I don't care what FaZe has done for the sport. I don't care what Optic Game is done for the sport. I don't care. I'm just using names, right? I don't care what this team's done for the sport. Yo, we're on a new horizon. Thanks for getting us there, but bye. And so, like, I don't know. It's frustrating. It's literally frustrating as somebody that's followed Call of Duty for 12 years that, like, these teams don't get the respect that they deserve because it was these teams that made Call of Duty what it is today. You know what I'm saying? It's these names that made what Call of Duty is today. Like, I can understand if it was a new team, like if it was like an expansion, like kind of like how the Texans were. Remember when we didn't have the Houston Texans? The Houston Texans had to invest in a spot, and it were an expansion. And then there was a draft. You know, remember there was like a mini draft. But like, I don't understand like why you'd be like, yo, bro, we don't care about the teams that got us here and got Call of Duty here where it is today. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, but no thanks. Like, I just don't know. I don't know where it's gonna come from here, where it's gonna go from here. But I'm still gonna be playing COD. Definitely. Me and my wife said,
"Another day, you're still playing."
I'm still playing. My wife says you need to get back to playing COD. She was just no. She literally said we were watching streams last night, and shout outs to Grandpa. He reached 100 subs yesterday on Twitch.
Nice.
Which is really cool. And she said, babe, you need to get back to your niche. And I was like, what's my niche? She said, Call of Duty. She said, think about how much you grew from Call of Duty. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And I was like, but I was already planning to do that anyway. Like, I don't even care if this Call of Duty sucks. Like, I'm playing Call of Duty. Like, I'm just playing Call of Duty. I don't care. Because it's what I go back to. I was actually playing Call of Duty last night. I was playing the World League or the Call of Duty League, and I ended up being the top player in my league. I'm like in first place. So I'm like I'm like in the top 1% of my division. So it's pretty nuts. Crazy, but it's pretty cool. So
I can piggyback off of the esports because this is the beauty about our podcast. Me and your boy Handy, we don't really tell each other what we're going to talk about. I come up with my stuff, he comes up with his stuff, and then sometimes it just works really well. Like today, we've been doing a lot of good like transitioning, and with this whole esports thing, I got some information on the mobile side.
Oh, we got mobile esports. Let's go.
Yeah. Now, this is more talking about how much money certain games are making. Because believe it or not, mobile gaming makes billions of dollars in their esports. So what games am I talking about? Oh, I'm so glad you asked.
If you say PUBG, I'm going to die. Go ahead.
Well, rest in peace.
Wait, what? No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with, because they have a top 20 list. I'm not going to go over all of them. I'm just going to go over the ones that we know the most, starting from the ones making the least money to the most money. So the ones that we know the most, the first thing, which is funny you said that, is PUBG Mobile.
Oh my God!
Yep. They have 2017 and 2018 numbers. I'm only going to focus on 2018.
Okay.
But PUBG in esports alone made $175 million a year.
And this is mobile. This is not console. This is not PC.
Yeah, straight up mobile.
Dang, Hypoc, that's where you need to go, bro. So, if anybody doesn't know what Hypoc is, Hypoc was was a professional PUBG player. For PC, for Optic, but that team got dropped. And he's like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. There you go, Hypoc. Go play some PUBG Mobile, my friend. Go tear it up.
PUBG Mobile, tear it up. The money going up now is FIFA Soccer.
That makes sense.
Even though neither one of us play it, it's just a known fact that FIFA just prints money.
Wait, and this is mobile. This is mobile.
This is mobile. Yeah,
I didn't even know FIFA Soccer had. Why Well, why would PUBG need to be mobile? I didn't know there was a freaking esport in FIFA for mobile.
Yep, they made $242 million last year in esports.
Wow.
Yep. And then moving on up, because again, it only gets bigger from here. Hearthstone
That makes sense.
last year. That makes sense. Yeah, they made $260 million in 2018.
Woo! Eat that, Shadowverse.
Yeah. Shadowverse, step your game up.
Because I'm pretty sure Shadowverse is not on that list. No offense.
No, it's not. Not at
I
all.
didn't think so. You can
Well,
tell.
I mean, that kind of makes sense because Hearthstone was out before Shadowverse.
Right.
Plus it's Blizzard. Plus they have WoW. They
Yeah.
have the WoW characters and all that. So there's a lot that game has going for it. But the next one that I have here, let's see, that will be Fortnite.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, Fortnite Mobile made $455 million last year
On mobile.
on mobile.
I'm streaming the wrong stuff. I need to go to mobile.
Both Clash Royale and Clash of Clans made over $600 million last year.
Bro, that's crazy. Let me tell you
Yeah.
why that's crazy. Because I have a homeboy of mine, which is my wife's cousin's fiance, husband, whatever, right? Her significant other. Okay, so like they have like kids or whatever, right? And all they play is Fortnite. Okay, so and he has a PS4, but me and him used to play together a lot, right? But because he has kids or whatever, they pretty much take over the gaming situation. So me and him don't get to play. Well, he plays a lot of Clash Royale, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's his game, and he's like really good at it. And I was like, bro, you need to get some esports or something. Get on that YouTube. And he's like, nah. He's like, there ain't no nothing for that. I was like, you best believe there is. I was like, I bet you there's some Clash Royale stuff. He's like, nah. I was like, yeah, bro. And then you just confirmed that for me. So thank you. I'm gonna show him that.
Very welcome. As a matter of fact, I'll even link this article in the Discord.
Okay.
So y'all can see it for yourselves. And now I'm going to jump to the game that makes the most money. It will not be a shock to anyone. We've mentioned this game a few times.
Candy Crush. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Candy Crush Esports. Who can match the candy the quickest?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was a game show at one point.
I'm sure it was, yep.
Did you know that?
But
Go ahead, sorry.
I heard rumors, but I wasn't sure how true that was.
Okay, well, won't you?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But the game that has made the most money on mobile, and just to give you a clue, is from our homeboys from Tencent.
Oh.
Yep. It is Arena of Valor / Honor of Kings.
Wow.
They made over $2.5 billion last year in esports.
Wow.
Billion, not million, billion.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we in the wrong. We don't need PlayStation 5s. We don't need Xbox 2s. Yo, I got my Note 10. Let's go. Note 10 Plus. Let's go. We going esport all the way, baby. Let's go. We in the wrong business. We making the wrong content.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, like I'm just being funny. I'm not trying to dog our podcast, but the little video I made of me testing out the game capture of me playing bowling, it's got more views than the podcast does at this point on YouTube. So, yeah. So mobile is the way. It's the way.
Mm-hmm. That's where it's going.
Man, that's dope. Speaking of which, I love my Note 10 Plus, by the way. Best phone on the market. Best phone. Best phone right now.
Yeah, my phone is not the best. One day I'll upgrade to something much better, but that's going to be further in the future.
If I were you, I wouldn't upgrade to the Note 10 Plus. I would upgrade to the ROG 2. That phone I showed you. That's more That's more your like style. I wanted that phone, but then I was like, yo, I'm not gonna be able to have all them pieces and all that stuff together. So, but I pretty much had the same power, if not more power, but I just don't have the accessibility parts that you have, or that you would have if you had the ROG2 phone. But yeah,
I want it really bad.
I know you
I'm
do.
not gonna lie.
I know you do. I know you do. Once I find out what carrier it goes on, I'm gonna help you, bro. We gonna get you that phone. That's gonna be your year. That's gonna be your year. You're gonna take over.
Now there is another reason too that Arena of Valor is number one on mobile, because if you think about it, what's the number one game in esports?
League of Legends and Dota.
Exactly. Yeah. So the same type of game being number one makes the most sense right now.
Yeah.
So it not only does it have PC, it has mobile as well.
It has mobile as well. I just wish you'd pick up on the Switch, man.
Yeah, that would be nice. I don't know. Maybe when I get my Switch, I'll make it a thing. I'll try to make videos or something and push.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I enjoy Ring of Valor, but I try to play ranked, and I'm waiting so long to play ranked games in ROH or ROV. And it's crazy. It's really, really crazy. But I actually really like Ring of Valor a lot. But I haven't tried it since I got the Note. I haven't tried it since I got the Note 10. Believe it or not, this is what I did when I got my Note 10. I did not transfer any of my apps over. I started from fresh.
Oh wow!
I said
you don't have that dump of extra apps anymore.
No, I do not. The only games I have installed on my phone, and I wouldn't even have had this game installed on my phone, but Claudia really wanted to play. Only games I have installed on my phone is Tekken and Shadowverse. That's it. Well, and the games that come preloaded on your phone, but that doesn't count.
No, yeah, they never count.
That never counts. But yeah, I only have Shadowverse and Tekken on my phone. Oh, and this is something I need to discuss because this is weird. So, I transferred my account over to Tekken. I transferred my old Tekken account to my new phone, apparently. Well, I tried to anyway. But it didn't give me my decks, but it unlocked all the characters. Even the new character. I didn't have the I didn't even have the new character unlocked before. I hadn't even played since before the new character came out. So I didn't have it unlocked or anything. Okay? I go transfer my data. I didn't get none of my decks, lost my rank, but I have all the characters unlocked. But the game started like it was brand new.
Alrighty then. Confusing.
So yeah, and I didn't have to unlock Mega Man, didn't have to unlock Chun-Li, didn't have to unlock nobody. I have them all. So apparently I accidentally found a glitch in the game. Which with Tekken, I'm not surprised. I will say this. The versus mode with players has gotten a lot better. There's none of that issue that we were having. They've actually fixed that. So
finally.
Yes. I don't know, maybe it's because I have a better phone, or if it was the update or what, but it's been fixed.
I think it was the update.
It was probably the update. Yeah, probably. All right. Well, on that note, I'm going to let you take over for a second while I use the restroom, as I need to use the restroom.
Do that.
All right.
Enjoy yourself. All right. By the way, for those of you who have access to the Discord, the top list of games that are making the most money in esports on mobile is on the Discord. Just look up the general section. Let me double check. Yep, there it is. So just look at the general section of the Kill Cam Squad, and you'll be able to see the list that I talked to you about. Obviously, there were games I didn't mention because I didn't want to take up the entire podcast talking about all of them. But at least you know which ones are the top games. Moving along to another topic, because why not? Nintendo. Our dear buddies at Nintendo. This isn't nothing. This is just kind of one of those silly fun things. But a while back, y'all probably remember how Nintendo had their own cereal and whatnot, right? Because Nintendo likes to do crazy things like that. Well, Nintendo now, as of the beginning of September, is partnering with Lunchables. That's right. They team up with Lunchables. So here's what the article says. When kids head back to school this fall, their lunch boxes will contain a little Nintendo surprise. And running through November 30th. Nintendo is partnering with Lunchables to bring some of its most recognizable video game characters to select Lunchable packages. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Characters from Nintendo Switch games like Super Mario Maker 2, Yoshi's Crafted World, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Pokemon Sword, and Pokemon Shield will strike a pose on specially marked packages of Lunchables. God, I need to like work for Nintendo's advertising. Anyway. It goes on to say that each Nintendo-powered Lunchable package will include a My Nintendo code, which can be redeemed for the chance to prize package or 100 platinum points. Now, the platinum points, that's basically if you're one of those like My Nintendo members, which is I am part of the My Nintendo membership. These can be used to make digital purchases. Like, for example, when I was playing, what do you call it, Fire Emblem Heroes, I use some of my Nintendo points to get certain perks on that. So basically, getting 100 platinum points is actually kind of cool when it comes to if you have your Nintendo membership there. But anyway, name tags and other for Nintendo themed rewards could also be granted. One grand prize will be given away each day of the promotion. That's 91 total grand prize packages. The grand prize consists of a Nintendo Switch system and a digital collection of 12 Nintendo Switch games, including Kart 8 Deluxe and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now that's pretty legit, not gonna lie. So think of it this way. You're eating your lunch bar, right? You're getting it for your kids, whatever. Let's just face it, you're probably eating it too. You all of a sudden go, you find out that not only did you win the Nintendo Switch, which is pretty cool as well, but you're winning two pretty hot titles, Mario Kart 8 and Breath of the Wild. Now, Breath of the Wild is really the big thing. That's pretty legit. So it's making me want to get some Lunchables right now. So hundreds of other great prizes as well, which also include the Nintendo Switch system and the choice of two physical Nintendo Switch games. So I guess you get to choose, which is also pretty good. Will also be awarded during the promotional period. To enter the Lunchables Mix-Up Games giveaway, just pick up a specially marked package of Lunchables featuring Nintendo video game characters on the package and visit basically their website. It's www.lunchablesweepstakes.com. But yeah, I mean, once again, Nintendo is partnering with food-related stuff. First it was cereal, now it's Lunchables. But I actually think that the price structure for the Lunchable thing is a lot better than what they did with the Nintendo cereal. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think with the Nintendo cereal, they only did. I think you could just win a Switch every now and then. I'm not sure if there was anything else. I think it was just a Switch. But here, you're able to get a Switch and some hot titles. So yeah, and all I got to do is just buy some Lunchables, which so you probably already buy. But it's only happening from now up until the 30th of November. So obviously this is a limited thing. But, you know, we're doing it. Now, I don't recall exactly how much Lunchables cost these days. I can't remember the last time I ever bought a Lunchable. I'm guessing they're going to be in the $5 range. Who knows? But think of it this way. You're spending $5 for a chance to win, like, hundreds of dollars worth of prizes. Pretty legit, if you ask me.
What'd I miss?
Oh, yeah. I guess you did miss this. So you remember how back in the day, months ago, Nintendo partnered with their own cereal brand?
Yes.
Well, now they're partnering with Lunchables.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have Mario Lunchables now?
Yeah, no, basically what it is you buy your Lunchables and then you're gonna have like little characters inside, like, you know, Yoshi, Mario, things of that nature.
Oh, that's
The
kind of
cool
dope.
thing is, yeah, and the cool thing too is the prizes. One of the grand prizes, you can win a Nintendo Switch with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Breath of the Wild as a grand prize.
Well, dang, I know what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. They talk about more stuff too, but yeah, I mean that's basically the gist of what I just mentioned is, basically the fact that from now up until the 30th of November, you can get Lunchables that have the Mario theme on it, plus you have a chance to take prize.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I like what Nintendo's doing. They're partnering with your everyday foods, which is a smart idea, and giving out good prizes.
Well, yeah, and they're of course they're being family friendly because Lunchables is
That's
kids.
Nintendo.
Yeah, and yo, my kid buys Lunchables, so if I win a Switch, I'm giving it to you. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah,
We'll take it.
there you go. Because I don't need a
I don't know
second.
how much Lunchables cost. So
Well,
bucks a pop.
I buy them at least once a week, or yeah, at least once a week. So I buy about 3 weeks worth, about 4 weeks worth. So I buy them because for my daughter not really necessarily now because she's in school, but when she's in summer I was buying them a lot. But yeah, normally like for snack or for like the weekends and stuff. So did they say what brand of Lunchables? Watch, I don't buy that brand.
It just says Lunchables, no specific brand.
Oh, cause there's so many brands of Lunchables. Man.
Yeah, I haven't bought one of those in years, so I don't know how much.
I
they
never
cost or
liked
nothing.
them. Even as a kid, I was just never.
Really?
Nope. Didn't like the cheese, man. Didn't like the cheese. Didn't like anything, man. I was simple. Just maybe a PB and J and call it a day, and like a juice or something. No.
I think they had the build your own pizza one. I liked that one.
I didn't like that one either. Nope.
Yeah, I ate that one, and then I think they had I think they did the cheese, ham, and crackers with the whole. What was those Capri Suns?
Yeah, Capri Suns, or back in the day, it was those twist top juice things. The squeeze. What are they called? Squeezers.
They were called.
And then you got like a package of the Gushers. Yo, the Gushers were bomb. I still eat Gushers to this day.
Those are legit.
Man, that's why I love having a kid. Like I can have an excuse to have Gushers in my house and watch kid movies. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to do some shopping soon for some Lunchables.
Yo, just give me all your Gushers, bro. I just want your Gushers. Just give me the Gushers.
I kind of want them too.
Oh, dang. Oh, get the Fruit by the Foot. Yo, Fruit by the Foot go hard too, though. Remember Fruit by the Foot? Oh, yeah, man. I would trade for Fruit by the Foot. Man, hold up.
Actually, that's what we did in school. When we used to bring Lunchables, we would actually trade some of the stuff we
Yup.
That was a hustle back in the day.
Yup. That's where it all began. The hustle didn't start in the street. It started in the lunchroom.
Lunchroom. Right. Cafeteria, y'all.
Best pay up. Pay the shoe.
Yep.
That's an old saying.
Monopoly joke.
Monopoly joke because OG used to be the shoe. He was always the shoe. He'd be like, pay the shoe. Pay the shoe.
Yep. Better.
Yo.
Pay the shoe.
Man. Yo, I have an idea after the show I want to talk to you about running to buy later. But man, we need to play some Monopoly, dude. That'd be sick. I don't know. Well, all of us playing Monopoly, like the old group, like me, you, who else? Did Brendan play? Brendan didn't play, did he? He'd always watch.
I don't think so.
I think it was Chris. It was Chris.
Yeah, it was him and Mr. P.
I'm name dropping, but hey, I'm sorry. It is what it is. Y'all ain't gonna sue me. Y'all ain't gonna sue me. I ain't saying nothing bad. But
2 months later, Andy Kilcam's lawsuit against old high school friends.
Old best friends. Use name without permission. They team up with Nintendo. They try to take OG Podcast out of business.
Yep.
Spotify, this says this is why they have not approved of any podcasts such as the OG Podcast as of yet. I knew it. We are on iTunes though, so if you are listening to us on iTunes,
we're still doing good.
Please hit us a like and star and rate us and comment. It'd be appreciated. We'd like to know people are listening. Like I know you people are listening because it shows, the numbers show, but I want some comments, dang it. Please. Hey,
And for those who don't have that, you can also comment on our Patreon,
yes.
patreon.com/OG podcast. Look us
How
up.
how long how long does it take to game in Monopoly? Well, we used to play with some weird rules back in the day. So
Uh, Again, Monopoly, it was kind of long, actually.
yeah, it was
Like,
kind of long.
at least 30 minutes, I'm going to say. Maybe longer.
I'm kind of mad they haven't like brought back the game that my favorite board game that we used to play all the time on
Life.
the PlayStation. On the PlayStation. Yes,
Mhm.
the game of life. That was the best. I don't care what anybody says. That was the best board game on PlayStation. We had so much fun playing that game. So much fun. So much fun.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with that. We
Yeah,
did.
that was to me. To me, it was better than Monopoly, and it was better than what was the other one? There was another one.
Uh, I don't remember, but
It wasn't
I would
Mario
say
Party.
Life was no. But Life was the game that made people less angry because of Monopoly, people would get upset. They think that we're tag teaming them or whatever.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter if it's digital or physical. People get angry at Monopoly.
People get angry, but Life it wasn't so bad because it was mostly just luck. So you really couldn't like screw your friends over too much.
Yeah, yeah. Back then, you were hustling to get Boardwalk and Park Place. But the thing is, I keep trying to tell people, you do not need Boardwalk and Park Place to win the game of Monopoly. Okay, people, take it from somebody that's played Monopoly a long time. Boardwalk and Park Place is nice, but you do this.
Professional Monopoly players.
It
Next
doesn't.
on esports.
It's not. Hey, yo, we should make YouTube series how to win a Monopoly. I'm pretty sure it's out there, but it'd just be funny.
Yeah.
It'd be funny. Yeah, it'd be dope. I don't know where I was going next, but that was pretty funny. Oh, well, I could go to Apex, but Apex is pretty much a letdown. It's not really fun. I mean, it's for the game's fun, but what I have to talk about is not really fun. In my opinion, the event was just a letdown. Like, they did some quality of life things, like, auto sprint and you can change every scope sensitivity now. But as far as the event itself, like, I would say they did the opposite of what they should have done. Like, I get it, everybody, with the last event, everybody was negative, but and all that about how the last event was ran. But the structure of the event was good. And what up, Claudia? I see you, bud. The structure of the event was good. It was just bad that they didn't have no other way of earning the events things that you had to buy them. But now they have a way where you can earn the event things, but then they structured it all wrong. So now I don't know, it feels underwhelming. Like, I was so excited yesterday for it dropping because I was excited for like the new event, and then I play it, I'm like, oh, this is it? Oh, well, dang. Like, I don't know. And of course, I could be wrong. Other people might be enjoying it, and that's fine. That's cool. Maybe I let my expectations, take over. And that goes into my next thing that I want to talk about, because it's not really open for discussion really with the Apex thing. Is to not let your expectations of what you expect to kill your motivation. And this goes, for streaming or anything in life that you're doing. Just because, you've had support from someone or something, or just because you're good at a game or whatever the case may be, you should never expect anything from anybody or have any high expectations for that. Not saying you shouldn't have high goals. You should have high goals. But the problem is when we set high expectations, when we don't meet that expectations, we think that we failed, or we feel that we done something wrong, or we feel that we are owed something, when really it was just an expectation that we set. There was nothing actually ever really said, hey, this is going to happen. if you do this. Or, hey, since you did this, I'm going to do this. There's nothing actually ever said, but we put that expectation in our mind, and we allow that expectation to get in the way from our true potential as content creators or as our jobs progress. So my advice to you, and I'm sure OG can explain this a little bit better, or maybe has his own take on it. Don't allow your expectations to kill your motivation. Because I've seen it. I've seen it happen too many times. I've seen it happen to people that I know. I have seen it happen to people that I don't know. And the main root of it all is your expectations. You're expecting because certain such and such and such that this is going to happen. Well, just because it doesn't happen doesn't mean you're not a great person or a good content creator. Go ahead.
I agree. I'm pretty much on the same page as you, to be honest. You honestly said it pretty well, so there's not really a whole lot I can add to it. But I personally have fallen for that. You know, knowing that someone's going to be hyped, really, really hyped to see it, really hyped for something to drop, whether it be an updated game, whatever the case may be, and then I go to play said game and things are ruined. Or if I plan adventure in life, or you know, like I'm trying to do something and I'm hype about it. You know, I set up my own expectations for whatever project I'm trying to do, and then I go to do that project, and it's nothing like I expected at all. I can understand that is demoralizing and it sucks, but the best thing to do is to not set your expectations too high. Have a plan, or happy with what could be happening, but just know deep down inside something can go wrong.
Right.
Expectations are, the worse you're gonna feel when it doesn't do what it's supposed to do.
Right. And something that you need to do mentally, you need to separate expectations from goals, because expectations are not goals. Okay? Your goals, you should always have goals. Okay? You always should set goals for yourself. You should always have a big goal, and you should always have small goals to get to that big goal. Okay? But expectations are not goals. Okay? You need to learn to separate the two. Okay? Because goals are good to have, but goals are reachable. Expectations are not always reachable. Expectations are things that could happen, but don't happen. And when you set an expectation like that, you're really killing yourself. That's why, like, not physically, but like mentally and emotionally. That's why I always sit there and say, and people like get mad or offended or whatever, but it's the truth. You stop yourself from the potential that you can be. Everybody and I said this again, everybody in here that's a content creator, a streamer, or whatever the case may be, you have the potential to be the next great person. You have the potential to be that next person, but you stop yourself. You at war with yourself, because you always, people always throw an excuse or a reason why they can't be that person, or they always throw an expectation. Oh, well, if I'm to be this next person, I'm just throwing this in an example, right? I'm to be this next great streamer. I'm going to have, if I don't have 20 viewers in my stream, next podcast, I'm into the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? I didn't have 20 viewers in the podcast. So now I didn't reach my expectation. Now I'm down about myself. And now I'm thinking the podcast is crud when it's not crud. It's an amazing podcast. And I got amazing people that come here each week. You're forgetting about like expectations sometimes will make you blind to the things that you actually have, of the people that actually do support you, and whatever the case may be. Just because they don't support you in the way that you'd like to be supported doesn't mean they don't support you. You know what I mean? They may not be able to support you in certain ways that you want to be supported. Support is support. Go ahead. What are you going to say?
So for esports, for example, your goal is to win, obviously.
Right.
That's your goal. You're trying to be number one. Expectations, you up against certain players, and you study that player or team so that you can have expectations on what they're going to do, so you can counteract it to try to reach
said goal.
Right.
So expectation is more trying to figure, is kind of the, okay, what do I know is going to happen? I know that this person or this team is going to be there, so I expect this to be a tough match. But I know how they play, so my expectation is they're going to do a certain strategy. I'm going to try to do something like
Right.
that. But the goal is still to win.
Right.
But the expectation is to deal with the obstacle.
And-
Keep the obstacle in front of you. There you go.
Right, and if you wonder why I'm bringing this up, is because I've seen it firsthand. Expectations kill people's motivation and their drive and their vision and their passion to get where they want to get. And it's like, quit allowing your expectation to get in the way, because guess what? Ain't nobody put that expectation in there but you. You put that expectation. You put that expectation in there. I didn't put that expectation in there. You put that expectation in there for yourself. So for order you to get past that expectation, you need to remove it and just go on. And understand that, hey, the path that somebody goes is not always the path for you. Right? Just because, and I'm using this as an example. Okay? If you take offense to this, that's between, whatever. That's not how, I'm not calling anybody out. But if you see somebody, I'm just using this as an example. If you see somebody like blow up for Fortnite custom games, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna do that because I'm gonna blow up, and you don't blow up. Well, that was your expectation you let get in the way. And then number two, you didn't realize that, hey, not everybody's path is your path. You have your own path. You have to go your own way. You have to find your own vibe. As a streamer, as a content creator, as whatever, even in your job, hey, not everybody's path is the same pathway to get the CEO or the position that how OG got his position. It's not. Some people get offered opportunities. Some people have to work hard for their opportunities, but it's never the same two ways for one person. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta get the expectation out the way, and you gotta do your own thing. Gotta do your own thing. And I just wanted to share that with you guys, because the last 2 weeks that I haven't done a podcast, I've been, on Twitter, and I've been seeing things from people, and it's just like, bro, you're amazing. Be quiet. I just want to reach to the phone and be like, what are you doing to yourself? Because you're amazing. But if you don't believe you're amazing, then nobody else is going to believe you're amazing. But the only reason why you're not amazing, or you're thinking you're not amazing, is because of your expectations. It's not because you're not amazing. It's not because you're not good. It's not because you stink at something. It's just because of your own expectations. Get your own expectations out of the way and just go. Go for it.
Go for the goal.
Go for it. Because, everybody has bumps in this road. But there's bumps. It's whether you want to take to choose. Where do you want to take to choose the bumps? Do you want to take it to choosing a bump on something that you love to do, or something that you don't love to do? Because guess what? Even people that work 9-to-5 jobs take bumps. There's no avoiding. There's no path in life where you take that there's no bump and there's no detour in life. There's none. There's not one easy path anywhere. Even a millionaire has bumps and detours. You know what that's called? Taxes. I'm just kidding. But I'm just trying to lighten the mood a little bit. But there's bumps no matter what path you take. There's no easy road. There's no way. You're gonna take a bump, either way you go. But the question is, do you want to take it on a bump on something easy that you love to do, or do you want to take a bump on something that you just don't enjoy? And you have to be willing to understand and realize the difference between bumps, goals, and expectations. and you want to keep your expectations to a minimum, because your expectations could really kill your motivation. And
it could hurt your mental health. They really can.
It really can. It really can. I've been there. What you know, like, let's see. When I was like a teenager and stuff, my expectations for my life was to be this and that, and this by this certain age, or by like when I was 18, I wanted to be, going off to college and doing auto engineer stuff. And then when that didn't happen, because I expected it all to happen, I was like, well, what am I going to do with my life? And I didn't know what I was going to do. I thought I was going to have, at some point and this is before like my relationship with God like really kicked in. I was like, man, I have no purpose. What's my purpose? What's my purpose? And then come to find out, like, my purpose was right there in front of my face. I just couldn't see it because I allowed my expectations to get in the way. So quit allowing your expectations to get in the way. Because what you need to be doing and who you are is right in front of you. And that's my deep message for today and for the podcast.
And of course, as we all know, every time Handy brings up a topic, I have a topic. Else just goes right with it, which is fantastic.
Of course.
And I promise you it was not planned. I promise you that. You may not believe it, but it wasn't planned.
Promise.
So, the new Toronto event, there's a new event that's going to be dealing with mental health and game.
Nice.
The first International Gaming Summit on Mental Health. It's going to be held from October 9th to October 10th in Toronto, Canada. Basically, one of the speakers, Mr. Chandler, revealed that it was through that sharing in the industry that people started reaching back to me and reaching out to me, telling me their stories, which is how this all started. There's going to be leading professors. There's going to be doctors there as well. And this is kind of what the whole idea is about. So several developers have previously complained about the working conditions within the industry. We had several developers hospitalized over a couple of years while making their games, or just after, from the stress. Also, one person says that I would like to be a jerk if I didn't say something about that again. Most of the people that benefit from that, I don't feel like we ever hear from them. It's just the ripple out there that's happening. Somebody saw something they needed to see. With all the garbage coming at us every day, all the reasons to be depressed, I think it's important to talk about it. So, and this is more specifically talking about people who work in the gaming industry. Right. But I also think that this also has a place in competitive gaming, because these are people that have coaches that are trying to get them to perform well. But the problem is they have that mental stress because they know they have to win. Right. They're playing games to make a living. And the thing is a lot of people playing video games, you're doing it for fun. But once it becomes competitive, sometimes the funness goes down a bit because then the stress level is added. Yeah. So I think that we need things like, mental health summits more often and more locations, so that people in the gaming industry, whether you're a developer, a competitive gamer, or whatever it is that you do that's in contact with games, this is what we need to kind of learn how to deal with these issues.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And it even goes for streaming too, because there's a lot of people, like, they put a lot of time and effort, and sometimes people get caught up in the numbers and the support, you know what I'm saying? And you're gonna lose supporters at some point. You're not everybody's gonna always support you the way that they used to, or you might do something that somebody doesn't like, but you can't cry over spilled milk, right? You can't, you gotta be you, right? You're not always gonna agree with what everybody agrees with, there's some people that used to be in my chat that are not in my chat because they either agree with what I don't agree with, or they're just not able to be here. But it's life. And, it is what it is. I can't stop it to be me. But sometimes we as streamers, and that's why I said I think it's good for the whole gaming industry. We allow it to affect us in ways because we're like, well, what did we do wrong? And we take it personally. Or, you know, and it's the same thing with esports, you know. We sitting there trying so hard and we don't want to, there's so much money involved and we don't want to let that person down or whatever our team down, you know what I mean? So it's like, I could totally understand it. And it's funny you bring that up because Team Rock Squad is actually doing a fundraiser for mental health awareness for September, because I believe it's September is mental health awareness month. I don't think I'm involved in it because I didn't get to sign up in time. It's my fault. It's not their fault. It's my fault. I just got too busy. I was like, I put it off and something came up and I just wasn't able to sign up in time. I'm gonna double check though. I might be able to sign up still. And if so, then we're gonna be in this channel we'll be raising money for mental health awareness. So it's cool that it, like, ironically, like me and OG said, we don't sit here and discuss about what we're gonna talk about. We just go off the cuff and we just do it, and it goes to the flow of the show. And that's why it's so hard, like, in real honesty, that's why it's so hard to bring another person in sometimes, because like not everybody can do what we do, right? Not everybody can just go off the cuff that we do, and just like sometimes people need plan. But me and OG been talking like this and doing stuff like this with each other for years, even before it was a podcast. So definitely, and it's always nice too for mental health too to have that good friend that's not going to judge you, like judge what you got to say, and they're gonna like they're just gonna listen, right? They're not gonna like harp you for your decisions, right? Because hey, some decisions have to be made, and a lot of people are not going to agree with some decisions you have to make for your life. But you have to do what's best for you. You have to. But it's not going to make sense to a lot of people that what you're doing was best for you, because guess what? It's best for you. It's not best for Abomination. It's not what's best for Cloudy. It's not what's best for whoever else is in here. It's what's best for Handy Kill Cam, right? So some people are not, of course it's not going to make sense to some people. It's just not, because they're not in that situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's good to have that friend that you can just sit there and talk to, and and not sit there and judge what your decision is. And luckily I've been blessed with my friend OG.
Yep.
Pizza? What about pizza? I like pizza. I actually went to a good pizza place this weekend, actually. It's very expensive, but it was worth it. It was like these homemade ingredient pizza, like homemade ingredients. Like it was like fresh ingredients and all that stuff. But it was like $30 a pizza. It was like a personal pizza, but it was really good though. It was really good. My wife was almost mad at me because my wife was like, because I've been really wanting to try this place because it's had like really good reviews. It's called Stouts, and my wife was like, "Babe, do you know how expensive this is?" I was like, "Babe, YOLO, it'll be all right. It'll be good. Let's just try it." She's like, "If it ain't good, I'm kicking your butt." So I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, please, Jesus, please let this pizza be good. You know what I'm saying? Cause my wife gonna have. I was like, I'll pay for it. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I mean, our money is our money, but like, you know, whatever. I'm like, I'll pay for lunch or whatever. And it came out, it was really good. My wife was like, okay, you did a good job. And I was like, yeah. It was like $50 for all three of us to eat, but it was still good. What's the best? What's best for me? Pizza. Oh, that's what's best for you? Yo, I can't eat pizza every day. I don't even think there's a food I could eat every day, because that's my problem with like my wife's diet right now. And before after this we'll probably start closing. But that's the problem with me with like, because she has to eat like certain foods, like she has like this certain meal plan, and we try to eat together, we try to eat the same thing, but I get bored. Like I get bored eating the same thing all the time. all the time, all the time. And I'm like, like I like to like me personally, like I like to enjoy food, like not like in an unhealthy kind of way, but like I like to enjoy food. You know what I mean? So like when I'm eating the same things all the time, like I get bored. I don't know, OG, is there anything like you could just eat like all the time, like no matter, like doesn't matter?
I could eat tacos every day.
Well, yeah,
for sure.
okay. I maybe, yeah. Now that you mention it, yeah, I could eat tacos every day, but the same taco every day, or it could have to be like a different taco.
Well, I kind of trying different things, so I don't just get one type of taco. I usually get like, you know, two of this and one of this or something like that. So I do change it up,
Okay,
but it's the same type of food.
okay, yeah. See, I could do that. I could do different tacos. Speaking of tacos, you know how you used to be a big fan of Jack in the Box tacos?
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually.
Okay. Did you know Burger King has tacos?
I heard about that. Yeah, I haven't tried it.
Apparently, Burger King's has. Okay, so like, to me, this is news, right? But apparently, from my wife, Burger King tacos has been always been a thing.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either. My wife says they're good, but I don't know. Nope. I just
I'll try them one day. I mean, I live close to a Burger King now.
they're
so-
only $1.
Okay.
They're only
Well, I'll give
$1.
them a shot.
I mean, not that I'm promoting Burger King or anything, but I
Not
mean,
sponsored.
I mean, I don't know. I was always against fast food tacos until you had me try Jack in the Box tacos. I still like Jack in the Box. I haven't had Jack in the Box tacos in forever, but I still like Jack in the Box tacos. Still do. Still eat them.
Well, there's only one location that I actually enjoyed them from, and unfortunately, they're no longer in business at that location, so they haven't been good to me anymore.
Hey, which
Nobody else makes it
location?
right. There was one on Pat Booker in UC,
I think I know which one you're talking about.
but they shut down years ago.
Yeah, they shut down this other. They shut down this other Jack in the Box near my house. They're making it a Las Palapas. I was like, of all places, like, don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
I'm like, we have enough Tex-Mex and wannabe Mexican food places. Of any place, Las Palapas. So, I don't know. Interesting. But do you have anything else that you want to discuss there, bud?
Nothing important now.
Okay. I think I kind of went deep for my moment, so I'm good too.
Close shop.
Okay, hold on. You're breaking up. Hold on. Start over. Rewind. Rewind. Now start again.
Holding.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, we can go ahead and close up.
Okay, cool. Definitely.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the OG Podcast. We are live Wednesdays, 10 a.m. Central, when life is not in the way. But when life is in the way, you can still watch videos. Look up YouTube, OG Crunk Stuff, and you can see all my mobile gaming videos. Also, your boy Handy Kill Cam is live on Twitch every week. Check
Yes.
them out. And on Thursdays, Able Gamers, please
Yep.
support their charity. It's a wonderful community. I've
Definitely.
actually been bringing up news about them off and on lately. So
Yeah.
yes, they're a big deal.
Definitely.
But other than that, we hope you guys keep gaming, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care, y'all.
Take care.